I used to think my life was blessed the day I married Chukwudi. But the truth is, I was living with a man who had sold his soul and his ability to have children for money. It all began in my small village, Obayuzo. My parents were humble traders in the market. We didn't have much, but our home was full of love and the fear of God. As their only daughter, I always worried about our poverty. I wanted a better life, and I secretly prayed that God would send me a rich husband to lift us out of hardship. Then, one Sunday morning, I met Chukwudi. Tall, handsome, rich. He drove fine cars, wore expensive clothes, and gave plenty of money in church. Everyone admired him. He donated to youth programs and even bought gifts for sisters in the choir. To me, it felt like God had finally answered my prayer. When Chukwudi asked me to marry him after just 3 months of dating, I didn't think twice. But my mother did. I still remember her face the day I brought him home. She looked uneasy, and later that night she told me, Amarachi NWAM, something about this man is not right. Don't rush. Don't let wealth blind you. I ignored her. I thought it was just poverty speaking. I told myself this was my chance to escape suffering. So, I married him against their warning. The first year passed. No pregnancy. The second year came and went. Still nothing. By the third year, I grew desperate. I saw doctors. Every test said I was fine. Yet, my womb remained empty. Each time I asked Chukwudi about it, he became angry. Amarachi, he would shout. Must you remind me every day? Some people will live without children. Accept it. His words cut me deeply. Slowly, I began to notice other changes. He stopped going to church and even stopped me from attending. He mocked God, mocked prayers, mocked everything I believed in. But I couldn't let go of God. Whenever Chukwudi traveled, I sneaked out to fellowship with my friend Chidima. One night, I broke down before her. I told her how I cried myself to sleep every night, how I felt Chukwudi was hiding something from me. Chidima prayed with me and suggested we go to our pastor. What I didn't know was that God had already shown the pastor a vision. When we arrived, the pastor looked at me with pity and said, "My daughter, I have been waiting for you. Your husband made an occult covenant. He exchanged his fertility for wealth. That is why you cannot have children with him." I froze. Tears rolled down my cheeks. The pastor continued, "You are blinded by wealth. Not every blessing is from God. The devil gives with one hand and destroys with the other. But if you turn back to God, He will show you mercy." That night, I couldn't sleep. My mother's warning echoed in my mind. I realized I had walked into bondage with my own hands. I began fasting and praying with Chidima, asking God for mercy. Chukwudi noticed the change in me and grew furious. He threatened me, mocked me, even tried to break my faith. But I refused to give up. One night, during a prayer session with my pastor and Chidima, I had a revelation. I saw myself chained by a river. On the other side, Chukwudi was smiling, holding me captive. Suddenly, a bright light broke the chains, and I heard a voice say, "I have delivered you. Walk in my will." When I woke up, I knew it was time to choose, stay in bondage with Chukwudi, or walk away and follow God's plan for my life. That was the hardest decision I ever faced.